If you're a man over 60 and you've been eating healthy vegetables every day, thinking they'll help your heart, your energy, and your manhood, I need you to stop and listen. Because the truth is, one of those vegetables in your fridge right now might be the reason your erections are fading, your prostate is inflamed, and your confidence is slipping away. It's not just aging. It's not your fault. It's what you've been told, and it's quietly robbing you of the strength that made you feel like a man. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might change everything. My name is Dr. Mary Blake. I'm a board-certified urologist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, naturally, without pills, shame, or gimmicks. And in that time, I've seen one hidden pattern again and again: men trying to eat clean, but unintentionally destroying the blood flow that fuels their manhood. In today's video, I'll show you 4 vegetables you must avoid if you want to protect your testosterone, your blood circulation, and your bedroom performance. More importantly, I'll reveal 4 powerful alternatives, specific combinations I give my real patients, that have restored their energy, their intimacy, and their dignity in just 7 to 14 days. I'll break down exactly what to eat, how to prepare it, and how to feel the difference, sometimes within the first week. Ignore this, and you risk continuing the silent slide, more fatigue, more frustration in the bedroom, and that hollow feeling of what happened to me? But stay with me, and you'll learn how simple changes on your plate can give you back the fire you thought was gone. Watch until the end. Don't miss this, it could be the most important thing you hear this year. You've probably been told to eat more vegetables. Sounds like good advice, right? But what no one warned you, what most doctors still ignore, is that certain heart-healthy vegetables are quietly sabotaging your manhood. Especially after 60. I'm talking about real damage to your blood flow, your hormones, your ability to feel like a man, even when everything else looks normal on paper. You eat clean. You follow the rules. But you still feel off, your energy's down, your body's softer, and when you need to perform, nothing happens. Not the way it used to. That's not just aging. That's a warning sign. But stay with me, because it gets worse. Inside your body, blood flow is everything. It fuels your brain, your muscles, and your erections. And when that flow gets blocked, even a little, you start to lose sensation, drive, confidence. Add in the wrong foods, estrogen-boosting veggies, and inflammation, and suddenly you're not sleeping well, you're waking up multiple times at night to pee, and intimacy feels like pressure, not pleasure. And if you think that's bad, listen to this. Overcooked broccoli, canned beets, and even tofu are flooding your system with compounds that either destroy your nitric oxide or jack up your estrogen. The result? You feel like a dull version of the man you were. It's not in your head. It's not about getting older. It's about what's on your plate. No one wants to say this, but you need to hear it. They told you to just eat your greens. They said soy was healthy, that tomatoes were best raw, that microwave meals were fine. But the truth is, if you're a man over 60, these choices can slowly shut down the very systems that define your masculinity. And the worst part? You're doing it because you think it's the right thing. You're trying. Let me tell you about Robert. He's 68. Retired teacher. Married 40 years. A man who did everything by the book: heart-healthy diet, tofu stir-fries, soy milk for breakfast. When he came to me, he was embarrassed. He said, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore. I'm here, but not really here." We checked everything. His blood pressure was okay, cholesterol a bit high, but nothing alarming. Then we saw it, his estrogen was through the roof. From soy. From trying to be healthy. The fire in his body had gone dim. And sadly, he's not the only one. I've seen dozens of men like Robert. Smart, caring, disciplined, yet quietly suffering. And all because no one ever told them the truth about these so-called healthy foods. Stay with me, we're not done yet. Because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly which vegetables to avoid, and which ones can restore your blood flow, balance your hormones, and help you feel like a man again, starting in just days. I know that what we just talked about might hit close to home, because for men at your age, these silent shifts in your body aren't just frustrating, they're deeply personal. But here's the good news: there are practical, proven steps you can take to support your blood flow, balance your hormones, and feel like yourself again, without drugs, and without guesswork. Stay with me, because this next part might be exactly what you've been waiting for. Now let's talk about exactly what you can do to take back control, starting with the food on your plate. You're going to learn practical, proven steps that have helped men at your stage of life restore blood flow, sharpen energy, and feel alive again. Don't miss what's next, because this could be the start of a new chapter. Secret number 1: cut the soy, for good. You were taught that soy was heart healthy. That tofu, soy milk, edamame were clean foods. But the truth is, if you're a man over 60, soy can quietly destroy your testosterone balance, inflame your prostate, and weaken your erections. Many men don't realize that soy contains phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic estrogen in your body. And at this stage in life, that's the last thing you need. Testosterone is already declining naturally. Add estrogen-like compounds, and your system tips even further in the wrong direction. The result? Low energy, softer body, slower recovery, and yes, unreliable or missing erections. It's not just what you feel. It's what your body is trying to tell you. I've seen it again and again. Soy sneaks into protein bars, salad dressings, healthy snacks, and plant-based meat substitutes. But your body, your blood vessels, your hormones, they know better. Even a small daily intake can build up over time, especially if your liver isn't clearing estrogen efficiently. Now here's what you can do: start today by reading every label. Cut out soy milk, tofu, edamame, soy-based snacks. Replace with lean meats, eggs, and cruciferous veggies like arugula or lightly steamed broccoli. Within 7 to 14 days, many men feel a shift: more energy, better sleep, even stronger morning arousals. I remember one patient, Robert, 68, retired principal, sharp mind, married 42 years. He came in tired, frustrated, whispering that things weren't working. He'd switched to soy to be healthy, but his estrogen was sky high. We cut the soy. 3 weeks later, his wife wrote me a note: "Thank you for giving me my husband back." And he's just one of many men who turned things around. Stay with me, because the next tip might surprise you. Secret number 2: eat fresh red beets, your body will thank you. You've probably heard beets are good for blood pressure. But most men over 60 don't realize, when prepared right, fresh roasted red beets can do much more. They boost blood flow in ways that touch every part of your life: your legs, your brain, and yes, your erections. Here's why: beets are loaded with natural dietary nitrates. Once inside your body, those nitrates turn into nitric oxide, the very compound that helps your blood vessels relax and open up. More blood flow means more oxygen, better performance, and sharper mental clarity. It's nature's version of the little blue pill, but without side effects or awkward trips to the pharmacy. But, and this is critical, it has to be fresh or roasted. Pickled or canned beets? They've been stripped of most of their nitrate power. Too much sodium, heat processing, and brining ruin what your body actually needs. You think you're doing something good, but you're clogging the very arteries you're trying to help. So here's what to do: buy fresh red beets. Roast them in the oven, simple olive oil, sea salt, maybe a little rosemary. Eat them 2 to 3 times a week. It doesn't have to be fancy, just real. And in many cases, within 7 to 10 days, men report more warmth in their hands and feet, and in other places too. Let me tell you about Carl, 67, a retired firefighter, widowed 5 years. He was strong, stoic, but behind the jokes was a sadness he couldn't name. "I still love my wife," he told me, "but I don't feel like the man I was." His legs were cold. His energy low. He'd begun avoiding intimacy, not out of shame, but a quiet belief that his best days were behind him. We made one change. Fresh roasted beets, 3 times a week. Nothing else. Within a week, he walked longer. Within 2, he said his mind felt clearer. But what moved him most? One morning, after a shared breakfast, he told me, "Doc, she smiled at me like she used to." And he's just one of many men who turned things around. Stay with me, because the next vegetable might be the most underrated of all. Secret number 3, eat cooked tomatoes, your prostate will thank you. If you're over 60, chances are you've heard tomatoes are good for your health. But here's what most men never learn: raw tomatoes do almost nothing for your prostate. It's only when you cook them that they become powerful protectors of your manhood. Let me explain. Tomatoes contain a compound called lycopene, a potent antioxidant. When eaten raw, your body absorbs very little. But once heated, especially with healthy fats like olive oil, lycopene becomes bioavailable. That means your body can actually use it to reduce prostate inflammation, protect your cells, and support healthy hormone balance. And here's the part no one tells you: your prostate health directly affects your energy, your confidence, even your ability to be intimate. If your prostate is inflamed or enlarged, it can compress nerves and restrict blood flow. That can lead to weak erections, frequent urination, and a growing distance between you and your partner. You were taught to eat more fruits and veggies, maybe you added a few raw tomatoes to your salad. But the truth is, if you're not cooking them, you're leaving most of the healing power on the table. So here's what to do: add cooked tomatoes to your meals 2 to 3 times a week. Make a simple tomato sauce with olive oil and herbs. Roast them and serve over toast. Or enjoy tomato soup, just skip the canned junk. Think fresh, slow-cooked, real. Let me share Richard's story. He's 74, sharp as a tack, always dressed like the salesman he used to be. But when he sat in my office, his shoulders were low. "Doc," he said, "I just want to be my wife's husband again, not her patient." He was getting up 3-4 times a night to pee. Embarrassed, tired, distant. We added cooked tomatoes to his routine, nothing drastic. Within weeks, he was sleeping better. His wife noticed before he did. "You're laughing again," she told him. That moment meant more to him than any test result. And he's just one of many men who turned things around. Stay with me, because the next food could be the missing key to unlocking your testosterone. Secret number 4, spinach, fuel your testosterone the natural way. Most men over 60 assume their testosterone is just gone, and that nothing can bring it back. But what if I told you a simple green sitting in your fridge right now could help your body unlock the testosterone it still has? You've probably heard spinach is healthy. But no one told you why it matters for your manhood, especially at this stage of life. Spinach is rich in magnesium, folate, and plant-based nitrates. These aren't just vitamins, they're the fuel your body needs to produce and use testosterone effectively. Here's the part no one explains: as you age, testosterone doesn't just disappear, it often gets trapped in your blood, bound up in proteins that stop it from doing its job. Magnesium helps free up that trapped testosterone, allowing your body to actually use it. Combine that with better blood flow and lower inflammation, and suddenly things start working again, in your body and in your relationship. You were told testosterone only comes from shots, gels, or pills. But the truth is, your body wants to function, it just needs the right tools. And spinach delivers those tools. So here's what to do: add a handful of lightly steamed spinach to your breakfast or lunch each day. Don't boil it to death, just a quick steam, or toss it into a smoothie. Pair it with olive oil or nuts to boost absorption. Keep it simple. Keep it steady. Small daily choices, big long-term impact. Let me tell you about Leonard. He's 70. Married 40 years. Gentle soul. When he came in, he looked down at his hands and said, "I love her, document. But I don't feel like a man anymore." Not sick. Not depressed. Just faded. We didn't start with hormones or prescriptions. We started with food. 1 week of spinach, then 2. First, he said his walks felt stronger. Then, his mood lifted. But the moment that stayed with him? His wife kissed him one morning and said, "You're standing taller again." That's not just posture. That's pride. And he's just one of many men who turned things around. Don't go anywhere, because what comes next could be even more important than food itself. One of the biggest mistakes I see in men over 60? You stop touching yourself. Not because you want to, but because you think you're supposed to. They told you it was shameful. That it's for teenagers. That a real man doesn't do that anymore. But the truth is, stopping completely might be the worst thing you can do for your sexual health. But stay with me, because you really need to hear this. When you stop all sexual stimulation, especially regular, healthy masturbation, your body doesn't just miss the release. It starts forgetting how to respond. Nerve pathways fade. Blood flow slows. The reflex that once brought you pleasure becomes dull, or even disappears. It's not just about desire. It's about biology. When you neglect that part of yourself, your brain and your body lose the connection. And over time, that silence becomes permanent. And if you think that's bad, there's more you need to know. Without regular blood flow to the pelvic region, erectile tissues start to atrophy. Muscles weaken. Oxygen doesn't reach the right places. And the result? Softer, less reliable erections. Or no erections at all. Many men don't realize this happens gradually, until it's too late. And once the tissues lose their elasticity, it's hard to get them back. That's not just frustrating. It's heartbreaking. It makes you feel invisible, ashamed, disconnected. It makes you avoid intimacy, not because you don't want it, but because you're afraid of failing. Most men don't even realize it's happening, until it's too late. You were told this was dirty. That touching yourself was wrong. That letting go of that part of you was the mature thing to do. But this isn't about shame. This is about keeping your body alive. This is real medicine. And no one wants to say it, but I'm going to. Because this is too important to keep silent about. I've seen proud, strong men fade into themselves. Not because they're weak, but because they believed a lie. You're not broken. You're not perverted. You're human. And your body still wants connection. Still needs it. Even at 60. Even at 70. Even at 80. Stay with me, I'm going to help you change this. And that's just the beginning. You need to hear what comes next. You've learned the science. You've seen the stories. But here's the truth, without a plan, knowledge is useless. Men in their 60s don't need more theory. You need a routine you can actually do. One that fits your life, your energy, your privacy. But let's make this real. Here's a simple weekly plan to reconnect with your body, improve blood flow, and start rebuilding confidence, without pills, and without shame. Step 1, every morning, take 60 seconds before your shower to check in. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Tune into your body. Notice tension. Let your awareness drop to your lower body. That's your starting point. Step 2, 3 times a week, spend 5 to 10 minutes in quiet, intentional self-touch. Not for climax, but for reconnection. Touch your thighs, your belly, your groin. Gently stimulate your penis, not to finish, but to awaken sensation. Focus on feeling, not fantasy. Step 3, avoid porn, fast stimulation, or numbing distractions. That style of input trains your brain to rush, not feel. And over time, it dulls your natural response. Step 4, once a week, check in with yourself emotionally. How do you feel about your body? About your manhood? Write it down, or just notice. Awareness is the beginning of change. Step 5, if something feels off, pain, no sensation, fear, talk to a doctor. Don't go silent. Your health deserves a voice. It doesn't have to be complicated. These small actions retrain your nervous system. They improve local blood flow. They strengthen the neural loops between brain and body. And they slowly rebuild your hormonal signals. This isn't just about sex, it's about staying alive, engaged, and human. You can do this. Even if it feels awkward at first. Even if it's been years. Every man I've helped started right where you are, uncertain, skeptical, afraid it was too late. It's not. You're not too old to start. Stick with me, I want you to try this. And there's even more you need to know. Stay with me, I'm not done helping you yet. You've just learned what most men never hear until it's too late. We talked about the real causes behind declining sexual health after 60, not myths, not fads, but proven truths. You now know which foods help your hormones. How blood flow truly works. Why masturbation, done right, keeps your nerves alive. And how shame keeps too many men stuck in silence. This is not just talk, it's real medicine. And here's the truth, ignoring these changes doesn't make them go away. It makes them worse. Doing nothing leads to more distance, more frustration, more loss of what makes you feel like a man. And I don't want that for you. I know this isn't easy. It's not something you talk about with your buddies or even your doctor. But I'm telling you now, you are not broken. You can change. Your body is still listening. Still trying. And you're not alone, not here. So let's keep going. If this resonated with you, subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And tell me in the comments, did this feel true for you? Type 1 if yes, 0 if no. Don't stay silent, join the conversation. You stayed with me all the way through, and that means something. I respect your time. I respect your courage. And I promise, this is just the beginning. Stay with me, more truths are coming your way.